Hi, Ryan Michael Galloway here with WeDon'tNeedNoStinkingRecordCompany.com. And of course, what we're trying to do here is to teach you all the nuts and bolts stuff about how to put your act together, how to choose your equipment, particularly your PA and lights, how to promote yourself, how to develop and or choose material, create your image, a little bit about stagecraft, and just generally how to rock the world. And I am Ryan Michael Galloway, also known as the Alpha Gigster. You can get my products out at gigsterclinics.com, but really if you listen to all these videos, you're going to get everything that's in all my books anyway. We're in about a 365-day run, or at least a 52-week run, where we're trying to do a minimum of 5 posts a week. And so far, we're way over 40 days and haven't missed a single night of posting vlogs for you. So tonight, in the midst of our series of 20 ways to make it in music, I'd like to talk about committing and showing up. So committing and showing up, basically say what you'll do and do it. It's like a job. It's like any other job, and people get pissed off when you don't, and sometimes they won't pay you or they won't have you back. So say what you'll do and do what you say. When you blow it, take responsibility and apologize profusely, and you know, it's something where you really don't want to let people down if you possibly can. Sometimes accidents do happen. Sometimes things get in your way from showing up at that show that you're supposed to perform at. But you know, folks like Mick Jagger show up, you know, early in the day, and they're there for the techs to work with all day long, and they try very hard to make sure that the audience is going to get a good show. The PA and the settings and the lights are all correct, and that's the kind of commitment that you need to have to make this thing the whole thing work. And you know, in this case, most of the time it's all going to be on you, the performers, because you're not going to have a big machine to pay for all those people to do stuff behind you anyway. So another point I'd like to bring up is be accessible. That means answer your flippin' phone, and if you don't answer your flippin' phone, at least answer your flippin' emails or voicemails and get back to people. Here in North Texas, there was I think they're still together, great little duo. I mean, they were about 17 years old at the time. They went out and bought my book. I had potential gigs for them, and I could not reach them. They would not answer my emails, and they would not answer my voicemails, and they would not answer their phone, and whoever was filtering for them was definitely getting in the way, or they were just flat out thought they were too good to talk to anybody. I don't know, but anyway, they missed out on a great deal of money, at least from my network, because I couldn't reach them. I'd like to talk about eliminating impediments. That's things in your way. And I mean, there's a lot of things. I got a list right here. A lot of things can stand in your way. Some are due to your own limitations and bad decisions, and others are kind of thrust on you. Get those things out of your life as much as you can. Bad friends that reinforce your self-doubt, that set up conflicts, even internal conflicts with you. They just don't belong there. You may be shy. You're going to have to get over that shyness in bursts, at least, enough to connect with people and quote-unquote sell what you have to market, your art, in other words. You may be angry or mean. You're going to have to get that under control. And you know, sometimes they used to give actors and musicians about a year to get themselves under control. They were going to be jerks for the first year that they had a hit, and really tough to deal with. And after that, they you know, were expected to kind of get themselves under control. I don't think you even have that leeway anymore. And particularly if you're doing it yourself, you need these people to be your friends, and you're going to be a lot more accessible and connected to your fans than most people have been for a long time. They got this. They figured this out in country music a long time ago, that you know, your fans really expect you to be part of their lives in one way or the other, and you show up. I remember Dolly Parton used to invite people backstage after the show, and she would stay there until everybody got talked to, and of course there was merchandise to sell and stuff like that. Well, the last time I saw the band America, they were doing the same thing. They finally learned. You may not have the proper equipment to do what you're going to do. Figure out how to borrow it for a while, or rent it, or get sponsorship for somebody else to pay for it. Learn enough that you can choose your own and make it appropriate to the size rooms and venues that you're playing. You may not have the experience or talent, but frankly the passion will carry you through a whole lot better than the experience and the talent will anyway. But get out there and play. Like I said before, play for free if you have to. Sit in with other bands, sit in with friends, just get in there, start swinging. Do not hold back. You may lack transportation. I know a lot of teenagers got this problem. Well, make friends with people who do have transportation. Learn where you can borrow the transportation from. Learn how to use public transportation if you have to. Pick people to play with that are not only talented and stable, but in your location, so you don't have to go very far. All that stuff helps. And think outside the box, because no one is going to do this stuff for you. You may think they are, but they don't. Even the times that I've had experiences with publishing company and record companies, it's been my involvement and my staying on top of it that's made things progress. Not that anybody was just going to run with it and make it all happen for me. It just very, very rarely happens that way. So that's a little bit more of the 20 ways to make it in music. I've got a number more points here, if I can stumble through it a little bit. You are listening to Ryan Michael Galloway at WeDon'tNeedNoStinkingRecordCompany.com, and I'll have more for you tomorrow night. Thanks.